everybody doing out there? I guess having a wonderful trading week. I'm having a break-even one, but it is what it is. Your form is so this is boy Harlem, and I'm back with another video. So on today's video, I want to break down or I want to share potential direction for today, Thursday, and Friday on gold, NAS, and Euro USD. So I didn't have a trade idea on Nasdaq or on gold on my outlook, right? But I did share a few insights or a few directions that I might be looking for, right? So today I just want to break down direction for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on gold, NAS, and Euro USD. Without further ado, people, let's just hop in and continue to trust the process. So looking at the NAS, you can tell that our current structure, we bullish on our current price, but we're currently trading on our resistance, right? So with price being bullish and price trading on resistance, right? The only thing that I'm waiting for is for price to either close above or for price to close below and look for my either continuation direction or for my reversal, right? So yesterday, price did tempt breaking out. Price did try and close above, but unfortunately, the bulls couldn't sustain it and price closed below. So looking at the current candle, we're trading bearish. So with this candlestick trading bearish, the only thing I'm waiting for is for price to either do what? To close bearish to confirm what? Price giving me bullish depletion and bear momentum and look for reversal to the downside, right? Or if price spikes and closes above, then we'll simply continue bullish, right? That's my take on the daily. So the daily time frame needs more patience. Today it's Wednesday. I don't trade on Wednesdays, right? So today I'm just gonna be sitting back, relaxing, and just waiting on my setup to be confirmed. So Thursday we can take an entry, right? So price is trading on resistance. Let me show you the basics, right? Price is trading on resistance. Price once tried breaking out, but unfortunately, price did what? Price closed below, right, of our resistance. And the coming candlestick trading bearish, right? So obviously, with a rejection candle and a bear candle close, we anticipate what? A reversal to the downside. Those are just basics of trading on resistance. Same thing on support. If price tries breaking out, but price does what? Closes above, right? And the coming candle does what? Closes bullish. We will simply anticipate that from a rejection candle and a bullish candle close, we're looking for a possible reversal to the upside, right? That's just how I encounter trading. That's just how I've learned trading, or this is how price has moved for over 8 years with me, right? So on the daily, the only thing I'm waiting for is for price to close bearish, is for price to either close bearish to continue bearish with what? A rejection candle and a bear candle on resistance, looking for a reversal to the downside, right? But if the candlestick rejects and closes above, then we simply continue moving what? To the upside, right? So looking at the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, I'm only showing you guys what happened the last time before price moved to the downside, and what's happening right now, anticipating that will price continue or will price reverse, right? So price once created this high and rejected that high, creating this zone, coming back to this zone with some sort of double top resistance or just the key level which you trade with, right? And then price moved to the downside. Now price coming back to this very same zone. So when I now look at price coming back to this very same zone, there's bullish candlestick rejected. It traded bullish above, but unfortunately it traded below, closed below. And the coming candle was bullish, but couldn't continue to the upside, or didn't have enough momentum to continue to the upside. And the third candle was bearish, and the current candle, we bearish. So with now price rejecting and price having some sort of depletion and price giving us momentum and price confirming the momentum, are we going to continue to the downside, or is price simply doing what? Exhausting to continue to the upside? That's my take, or this is what I'm simply looking for, because I'm waiting for the daily candle close to be bearish in order for me to continue bearish, right? So from the 4-hour, price is giving us some sort of bullish depletion and bearish momentum, right? So with this two, with now price depleting and price giving me momentum. The only thing that I can be comfortable enough to say, or the only thing that I can be comfortable enough to do, is to simply wait for price to confirm that with depletion and momentum, we simply continue moving to the downside. Basics of trading, this is how we encounter trading, and this is how trading is encountered, right? So looking at the hourly, so from the hourly, let's just look at how price has been, right? Price had a push phase yesterday. Price has a push, right? And price rejected, right? So with this rejection candle, price started moving sideways. So from price moving sideways, we had a bear engulfing candlestick. With a bear candlestick, right? Price is confirming to me that obviously with a push phase and a correction, price is now choosing to be what? To be bearish, below of our resistance, right? So obviously with a close below of resistance, right? I'm simply looking for that pullback or that exhaustion to confirm that price is doing what? Price is confirming that we are failing to continue to the upside and look for continuations to the downside, right? So this is my take from the daily time frame, right? The daily time frame, price had a rejection, yeah, right? Price had a rejection candlestick and closed below our resistance. And now the candlestick that we're looking at is trading bearish. So with this candlestick closing bearish, we'll anticipate what? Rejection and bear candle close at resistance to confirm a possible reversal to the downside, right? So from the 4-hour, the only thing I'm looking for on the 4-hour, it's that now price had a reject. Price is giving me what? Price is giving me bullish depletion and bearish momentum, right? So when I gather these three things together, when I gather everything together, I can now find that obviously that was nothing. So daily candlestick, I repeat, price rejected, right? And we're looking for a bear candle close. So if we get a bear candle close today, we'll simply look for a reversal to the downside Thursday and Friday, right? On the 4-hour, price is giving me bullish depletion and price is giving me bear momentum. So with bullish depletion and bear momentum, I can take those two things from the daily and the 4-hour and gather it together. So and confirm that price trading at resistance, we're failing to break, we're looking for reversal. On the hourly, we simply see that price had a correction on resistance and price had a bear candle stick moving to the downside, confirming that on resistance, price is favoring the bears, we might continue moving to the downside. So my take is I'm bearish on the NAS because looking at the things that I'm looking at and the information that I'm trying to gather, I can simply tell that price is giving me what? Giving me big confirmations, right? So looking at gold. So looking at gold, there's nothing for me to say. I don't have much to say on gold. I was having a session right now with my client. Let me clean that up. So on gold, I also didn't have a trade idea on gold, but I did say that from a bullish candle close, price needs to pull back at least to continue to the upside, or price needs to give me confirmations that we're failing to continue to the upside and be bearish, right? So now looking at the two candlesticks, we can tell that we had a rejection candle and we had a bear candle. So with those two things, the only thing I'm looking for is I look at what happened on the left, right? As I look at the history and I try and see what price did. We can tell we once had a double top and price pushed to the downside. Coming back to the double top, price traded below. Price is trading below that current price double top, right? This double top right here, let me mark it out. This double top right there, price is trading below off of it. So with now price trading below, I can simply say that current price had a push and a correction. We might be looking for a continuation push, right? But only if the bullish candlestick, only if we have a bullish candle close above our double top, then we confirm that from price having a push and a correction, we can encounter or we can anticipate a continuation push phase to the upside. But if price fails to break, then we'll simply continue to the downside with what? Breakout, break back in, retest below, continuation to the downside, right? So my daily take is I'm simply looking or waiting for what? A bullish candle close above our previous zone. If price fails to continue above, then we simply look for what? A retest below and continue moving to the downside, right? So looking at the 4 hours. So On our 4 hour, I'm just trying to show you all the zone. You can simply tell that this has been a clean zone, right? It's a high and a high, right? And price moved to the downside. So looking at current price, you can tell that like price is a push and price is kind of like moving sideways right now, right? Price is a push and a correction. We might anticipate a continuation push to the downside. Price is a push and a correction. We might anticipate a push to the upside. That's just price action, right? So obviously, from what I'm looking for on the daily time frame, right, it's for price to close above to continue bullish. If price fails to break, then reverse and move to the downside, right, people? But at the same time, I'm focusing on what price having a push and price moving sideways. You might anticipate what the continuation to the downside. So on the 4 hour, there's nothing for me. There's nothing much that I can say or talk about because I now know that what I'm looking for from the daily has to correlate with the 4 hour, right? I'm looking for what? I'm simply anticipating a what? A close above of the zone. I'm simply anticipating a close above to continue to the upside. With a fail to break, reverse and continue to the downside with a what? A retest below and continue to the downside, right? So on the hourly, so looking at the hourly time frame, before I can even do anything on the hourly time frame, what I can see is something like this. I'm simply seeing something like this. You feel me? We're having a bear flag, people. We're having a bear flag. We're having a bear flag. We're having a bear flag. Anticipation of price might be looking to be bearish, right? So obviously, from the daily time frame, prices are close above, prices are close below. We anticipate what? A continuation to the downside. But if we get it close below, we simply continue moving to the downside, right? These are the basics of trading. I repeat, people, these are the basics. This is price action. This is pure structure, right? So from the 4 hour, what I'm looking at is price having a push, price having some sort of a bear flag. We can anticipate a continuation to the downside. Only if, only if, only if, only if, only if, only if, only if price breaks the lows, then we continue moving to the downside, right, people? So from the daily candlestick, today, I'm simply looking to see what price closing bullish to continue to the upside, right? But if price fails to break, then we simply anticipate a retest below and look for what? A reversal to the downside. On the hourly, we're having price pushing. Now you see price having a correction. The only thing that I'm looking for is for price to break the lows to continue moving to the downside, right, people? So that's my take on gold. I'm also bearish on gold. As long as price don't close bullish above, then I'm simply bearish on gold. Last but not least, we're having Euro USD. We're having Euro USD, and I was also having a session on Euro USD. So Euro USD, I once had this support. Euro USD once had the support right here. Right. So because I mainly focus on current price, Euro USD once had the support, right? And price continued to the upside. And now price impulsively broke below and price started trading below of it, rejecting off of it, pushing to the downside, creating some sort of support, creating some sort of resistance. From support, we have resistance, right? Basics of trading. From support, price trades below support, we're having resistance, anticipating of what? Price continuing to the upside, to the downside. But if we have a price trading to the upside, trading above support, then we simply continue to the upside, anticipating that like price is still holding what? Holding support. So my take on Euro USD today is that if price closes above the zone, then we continue bullish. But if we close below, then we simply continue bearish, anticipating of what? Price having support, price trading below support, price closing below, anticipation of a reversal. But if we have a close below, we had support, price traded below support, we're trading above support, anticipation of a continuation to the upside, right? So looking at the 4 hour. So looking at the 4 hour, I'm just trying to show y'all or make the zone a bit clean. This is where it all started right here, right? and this is where it all ended. Something right there. So now, when you see now price at support, right, and now price traded below, giving us new resistance below support, right, and then now looking at current price, like I said, on the daily, I'm simply looking for that bullish momentum to continue bullish above. Once we have a close above, then I'm simply positive on Euro USD. But if we have now price closing below, then I'm simply bearish on Euro USD, because there's nothing much that I can say. The 4-hour looks exactly like the daily time frame. I'm looking for close above, or I'm looking for a frail to break with a close below and reverse to the downside, right? So looking at the hourly time frame, right? Let's see now the hourly price at a push phase and an exhaustion phase, push phase and an exhaustion phase, push phase and an exhaustion phase, push phase. Okay, let me start this fresh. We had a push and a correction, a push and a correction, a push and an exhaustion. Come on. Price at a what? Price at a push phase and an exhaustion phase, and a push phase and an exhaustion phase, and a push phase and an exhaustion phase, and a push phase and a correction, right? Bear flag, bullish flag, and then price at a push phase. Price starts moving sideways on our what? On our resistance. So obviously, with now price having a push, correction, push, exhaustion, push, correction, and then push, and then correcting again. Are we gonna close below, or are we gonna close above? Anticipation of what? Price failing to break or price breaking out, right? So on the hourly time frame, current market price, we're moving sideways, right? And price is giving us some sort of bullish momentum. But because we're looking at the daily and the 4-hour candle close, the only thing that will confirm my bullish direction is if price closes bullish on the 4-hour and the daily. But if we get price closing below with a fill to break, then we simply do what? From the 4-hour and the daily, we simply reverse and be bearish, right? That's my take on Euro USD, on the NAS, and on gold. I'm bearish on the NAS long as price is below resistance. I'm bearish on gold. I'm bearish on gold long as price is trading below our previous zone. And I'm bullish on Euro USD long as price is trading above our resistance / support. You feel me, people? So this is your boy Harlan. That's all I got in this video.